Hey, what's up everybody, GGTV here yet again with another Disturbed Rock Band Classic DLC review. Today we're looking at Disturbed pack number 3, and can this pack give back some of the momentum from the first pack? Let's find out. The first song of the pack is Asylum, and the drum charts start with a 12 measure wait. After a wait you get some hits and rolls on the cymbals, before a very slow 4/8 beat on the blue ride cymbal starts, and you also get some fun tom roll fills. You might think this is rather boring and not very fun for a Disturbed song, but just you wait, because this is one of the hardest Disturbed songs in this game. The intro sequence ends with a short break before some tough fill starts, and after that you get a very fast and hard hi-hat snare beat, with a lot of pedaling. This beat will make you choke hard if you're not a very good drum player, at least on expert. The verse is a super fun 4/8 beat on the hi-hat, with a lot of fun single and double strokes on the kick. The pre-chorus is a very fast 2/8 beat on the blue ride cymbal, with some double strokes pedal kicks coming a lot here. This beat is super hard, and you can even fail the song here if you choke. There is also a beat before each verse, including the first, which is the same beat as the verse, just on the blue ride cymbal. Then there is the chorus, which is a super hard continuously pedaling section that doesn't let up at all, and the pedaling is even changing tempo at one section of the chorus. You also get some tom rolling in the chorus, and it's pretty much just hell for your legs, even if you have worked up some leg muscles. There's also a lot of fills in this song, and they're all super hard, with most of them being a mix of rolls on toms and fast double strokes on the kick. After the second chorus you get some more continuously pedaling. Yay! And you also get a mix of tom hits and rolls, and some cymbal hits. The section after that lets up with the pedaling a little bit, but not a lot. It goes from a semi-slow 4/8 beat on the green cymbal to another tom beat with continuous pedaling, until it changes back to the cymbal beat. This song will destroy your legs. I don't care if you have worked out some leg muscles. You will struggle or at least get tired in your legs when you play this song on expert. And that is why I give the drum chart a 8 out of 10. Because only very good expert players will get any enjoyment from this song. The bass chart also starts with a 12 measure wait, before you get some long sustains. You also get a few single note changes and hammer-ons in the intro section, but this section wasn't too much to brag about, but it's not super boring. After the intro section the verse riff starts, where you get a mix of fast strumming, single note changes and hammer-ons, which was super fun but also tough. The pre-chorus is fast strumming, with chord changes for every third note, and the chorus is a mix of fast and blast strumming on the green note, and very short sustains. The chorus is tough, with the tempo changes between the fast and blast strumming, but it's also pretty fun, but nothing special. After the second chorus starts with some long sustains, and a few single note changes before the pre-chorus riff starts again. After that you get a mix of fast strumming, hammer-ons and some tough single note changes. Overall, most of the riffs are fun but also very tough. Well, except for the intro of course, which was pretty boring in my opinion. I give the bass shot a 7.5 out of 10. The guitar chart starts with a very short wait, before you get some fun single note changes, with some short sustains on some of them. After that you get a guitar solo, which is pretty simple with a mix of long sustains, simple hammer-ons and single note color changes. Some of the hammer-ons at the end can be a little bit tough, but nothing major. Before the verse you get some single note and hammer-on sustains, with some fast color changes at the end. This also returns a couple of times in the song. The verse more or less is the same as the bass chart, just that it sometimes has chord where the single note changes used to be. The pre-chorus is the same just with chords, and the chorus is also very similar to the bass chart, just with chords instead of the single note changes. When the second verse begins, you get a 9 measure break, and after the second chorus, you will get a mix of fast chords and single note changes, strumming and sustains, before the pre-chorus riff starts again. The guitar chart is way better than the bass chart, because the intro is much more fun, and the riffs are changed a lot more than the bass chart. I give the guitar chart a 8.5 out of 10. This song is good on all the instruments, but the guitar chart is a little bit better than the drum and bass chart, because it doesn't have a slow intro. I give Asylum by Disturbed a total score of a great 8 out of 10. Our second song is The Animal, and the drum shots start with a 9-measure wait. After wait you get a few hits on the hi-hat, with a lot of single and double pedal strokes between them. The beat after that is simply amazing. It's a mix of simple hits and a tom beat with a lot of extra hits on all the toms. This also returns after each chorus. The verse is a 4-hit beat on the hi-hat, with a lot of single and double strokes, as well as some fast 4-hit kicks, which was very fun, but I do see people who hasn't worked up leg control yet struggle here. The second part of the verse is the tom beat again, just without the cymbal hits, but it's still super fun. The bridge before the chorus is a 4-hit beat on the right cymbal, which changes from single to 4-hit pedal kicks. The last section before the chorus is a very short hi-hat roll, that also gives you some tough pedaling and some changes between using the right and left stick on the snare. The chorus is a 4-hit beat with a lot of pedaling, which varies from single kicks to a lot more. You also get some short bursts of hi-hat rolling, and very fast double strokes on the pedals here. After the second chorus you get a 4-hit beat on the right cymbal, and the pedaling is about the same as the chorus and the verse, which is a mix of single, double and triple pedaling, with some very fun feels that our snare cymbal hits, with double strokes on the kicks between them. Overall, this song is just enjoyable from beginning to end, but be aware that this is a tough song. Just not as tough as Asylum. I also enjoy this a lot more than Asylum, because there is no continuous pedaling over a long time here. The maximum amount of pedals you get here is 6 or 7, which is doable if you have worked up some leg control. I give the drum shot a 9 out of 10, because it was just a good time playing this. The bass shot also starts with a 9-measure wait, and after that you get strumming with tempo changes and sustains on the green note, which also returns after each chorus. The verse is slow strumming on different colors, with hammer-ons and sustains to connect every 2 strums. The pre-chorus is 4-note fast strumming, with sustains at the end before you start the same strumming again, and some of the strumming has 1 or more hammer-ons at the end of them. The chorus is mainly slow blast strumming. I guess you can fast strum this, if you are fast enough in your fingers to do so. There's also some short breaks sometimes in the strumming, and there is a part of the middle and the end of the chorus that got some very fun hammer-ons. So the chorus is not boring by any stretch, but it could also be more fun. After the second chorus you get a riff pretty similar to the intro riff, just a little bit more basic. But there is also one part of it that has some fast but fun hammer-ons. The section after that, however, it's this super hard mix of short fast strumming on the green note and a lot of hammer-ons. To be honest, this part was a little bit hard for me, but I bet a better player will love this. Overall, this song has its more boring parts, and its more fun parts, but it's not repetitive at all, and the more boring parts does not last long. I give the bass shot a 7.5 out of 10. The guitar shot also starts with a 9-measure break. There's no singing either in this part, so the whole intro is pretty pointless, but luckily it doesn't last very long. The riff after wait, however, is a mix of single note and chord changes, with tempo changes in the strumming, which was pretty fun. There is a boring section after that though, which is just long single note sustains, with color changes for each sustain. This also returns after each chorus. The verse is chord strumming with tempo changes, and a green single note before some of them. The second part of the verse has some more chord changes in the strumming, and even turns normal chords into 3-finger chords. The pre-chorus has the same single note strumming, mixed in with chords and some very fun chord changes. This was my personal favorite in this song. It was just a blast to play. The chorus is like the bass shot, just with 3-finger chords instead of the single notes. There is also some single note and hammer-ons to connect some of them. Also there is a guitar solo right after the second chorus, which is not super hard, but it does got hammer-ons throughout the whole thing, just that they aren't super fast. After the solo, however, you get a super hard mix of single note fast strumming, hammer-ons and chord changes. This part is the hardest part of this shot for sure, and I think good players will really enjoy it. I give the guitar shot a 8.5 out of 10. This song is amazing on drums, and pretty darn good on all the other instruments as well. But I love this song on drums. So much fun to play, and not too hard if you got some leg muscles. I give The Animal by Disturb a total score of a great 8.3 out of 10. The last song of this pack is Another Way to Die, and I must thank Harmons for introducing me to this song. I love it now. On drums this song starts out a little bit slow, with a super slow 4-hit beat on a hi-hat. The pedaling is still pretty fun though, even if it's slow. But if you think this song is gonna stay slow, then you got another thing coming, since this is probably the hardest Disturbed song in this game on drums. After the intro section you get a couple of super fast 4-hit pedal kicks, before a fill that mixes the cymbal and toms, with a lot of pedaling. Then a semi-fast 2-hit beat with single, double and triple strokes on the kick pedal starts, which is super fun but also tough. This also returns after each chorus. There's also this weird and tough green tom beat that comes right before and in the verses. The verses is this very slow 2-hit beat, with a lot of tough pedaling on and between the hits. You should have worked up some good leg control to handle this beat, and it seems like the beat is changing all the time, with the green tom beat that comes a lot in the verse. The chorus is where the song is getting real tough though, with super fast continuous pedaling going through the whole thing. The beat in the chorus is a mix of ride and green cymbal hits, and short snare rolls. Unless you're using 2 pedals, you will probably not do much good in the chorus. I'm not saying it's impossible, but very hard. After the second chorus, the beat goes back to the simple intro section, which you might welcome since you just did some very fast pedaling. Overall, this song is super hard because of the chorus. The rest is just super fun, but I do recommend you to either use 2 pedals or just be a super good player with a lot of leg muscles and control. I give the drum shot a 7.5 out of 10 because the chorus is just too hard to give a higher score. The bass shot starts with some medium long and short sustains, and it later has some single note changes. It evolves during the whole intro, but it also got its more boring parts, with just 2 strums on a green note, with a long break between them. After the intro and a very long sustain, you will get fast 2 and 3 note strums, with short breaks between them, and some hammer-ons to connect them. This section was super fun with the hammer-ons, and this is also the verses. The chorus is mainly a lot of strumming with a lot of color changes. And only that. I'm not saying it's boring, since it got a lot of color changes and tempo changes throughout the whole chorus. I would say this song is a little bit repetitive though, since what I just said is what you get, and not much else. But most of the riffs are pretty fun nonetheless. I give the bass shot a 7 out of 10. The guitar shots start with some very fun single note changes, with short sustains on some of them. I love these kinds of riffs. Single note color changes that isn't too fast or too slow. The 2 note strums from the bass shot does return though, just as chords, which was by far the most boring parts of the intro and the song. The section after that is the same as the bass shot, but the verses are a little bit different. Instead of single notes, you get chords with the same tempo as the bass shot. Other than that, it's just the same. The chorus is also the same as the bass shot, just with chords instead of single notes. After the second chorus you get a guitar solo, which starts out not too tough, but at the end you will get some very fast and tough hammer-ons. But you won't fail the song here, because it's not super long. Overall this song is much less repetitive, and much more fun than the bass shot. I give the guitar shot a 8.5 out of 10. This song is only for the good drummers on expert, and even then you need to be very good with pedaling, if you only use 1 pedal. The guitar shot is pretty amazing, with a very fun intro and solo, and that's why I give Another Way to Die by Disturbed a total score for a great 7.7 out of 10. This pack does get some of the momentum from the first pack back, but it's not quite as good, but it's still a good pack to buy in my opinion. I give the Disturbed pack number 3 a total score of a great 8 out of 10, and I do recommend all players to check the pack out. Just be ready for some hard songs, just lower the difficulty if you aren't good enough yet on expert. But that's all for me today. Make sure to like, share and subscribe for more Rock Band content in the future, and tell us in the comments your thoughts of this DLC pack. See you next time with the review of the On This Song, Prayer.